Okay. Well, I want to call to order the Lake County Board of Revision meeting for Thursday, April 30th. Time is 11:39. We're just a few minutes late in getting started. Apologize for anybody watching at home. Some minor technical delays. But just to give everybody a rundown and an introduction of who is here, you have myself, Christopher Galloway, the Lake County Auditor. To my left, your right, Lake County Treasurer Lorraine Fendi, and to my right, your left, Lake County Commissioner Jerry Serino. Today we will be handling settlements as it relates to property valuations, and I will have our Chief Deputy Auditor Scott Yamamoto run through a summary of what those are. There is a full list of all the properties that we will be voting on today available on the Lake County Auditor's website. So if anybody would like to reference what is taking place during this meeting, you can go to that website and you'll be able to see a PDF version of the spreadsheet that we have in front of us here in this meeting. After that, we will be reviewing and voting on requested remission of penalties on real property taxes that the treasurer has previously reviewed and made recommendations on. We will be taking action on those at the end of the initial settlement portion of the meeting. Is there anything that I missed or you'd like to add?
Nope, I'm fine.
Nope.
Jerry? Okay.
Please proceed.
Jerry's getting a lot of sun because he's very tan, so
I do a lot of conference calls from my deck.
Okay, so Scott, I'm going to hand it over to you to have you
Just,
start and give a description. This is Scott Yamamoto, sort of from the front of the very. Yeah, we can even move the camera a little bit so you can see Scott while he reads these off.
Hello?
He'll be just giving a breakdown of what each of these represents.
Okay, so we have several categories, and by the way, for clarification, the list is available. It can be found on the auditor's web portal under announcements, and there's a link there to a PDF version of this list. I believe it's called the Offers and Settlements, or Settlements for Board of Revision, something to that effect. It's about 5 pages long. Anyway, I'm going to go through very quickly the descriptions of the different categories. The first category is dismissals. These are Board of Revision cases where the owner did not have standing to file. A lot of times this is because they filed last year. You can only file once during a triennium period. So if you filed and you did not meet one of the 4 conditions that is found on the bottom of the sheet, these cases the Board of Revision does not have jurisdiction to hear these cases. We check with the prosecutor's office on these, and these cases cannot be heard. They must be dismissed.
Are any of those cases, Scott, individuals who were representing somebody and would not the actual property owner of record?
I don't believe so. Based on the file cases here, I believe these were all second-year filers. In other words, they came before the Board of Revision last year, they didn't get what they wanted, and then they're trying to come back again.
Okay.
There is instructions on the back of the form that discusses this. So, the second type of cases that we have here are withdrawals. These are cases in which the owner has decided after filing to pull back their filing. There's a myriad of reasons for this. Maybe they had an appraisal done and the appraisal supported the auditor's value. And some of these were filed, the ones that start with 01. There's about 150 of them that the Madison School Board filed increased complaints against the property owners to have the values increased to the sale price. The Madison School Board elected to have their attorney withdraw.
So in the column values sought, that would be that situation?
Yes. Yes.
Madison Schools was seeking to...
Correct. Increase the value.
Gotcha.
So in the first one, the value sought was $260,000, and the current value is $228,000. that property had sold for $260,000, and the school board would have liked to have that value increase. So, and then of course the resulting increase in taxes.
I would actually just like to point of information. I was asked yesterday by the Madison School Treasurer as part of a Zoom meeting with the school treasurers in Lake and Ashtabula. In light of their withdrawal, if we as the auditor's office would just adjust those based on the sales information provided. And I let him know that the policy is that we do not chase sales, and that we would not change that policy, and therefore we would not be making those adjustments on in essence on their behalf without an action. And I did point out that obviously next year we do have the triennial update in which we would be addressing all property values.
Right.
So just as a point of information for anybody in Madison that's interested in that.
Yeah, and because of the withdrawal, the school could technically refile those again next year if they wanted to, because they pulled them back.
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. All the way down to the Lake Point shores,
Mm-hmm.
the current value and the value sought is the same. Why are these even on here?
That was a multi-parcel sale, and within the complaint, because this lists every parcel that was included in the complaint, that's why they didn't seek value changes on some of the parcels, but they did seek changes on the parcels that had buildings on them. It was a series of parcels. Some of them were vacant, and some of them had buildings on them. So they filed on the economic unit to keep the sale price together. I believe it was $800,000, so that all the parcels would add up to the sale price. That's why that looks like that. There are a few in here that, if you look, you'll see some of the names recur, and those were multi-parcel sales. So in that case, a lot of times what a school board would do is ask that the values of each parcel be weighted and increased appropriately so that the total equals the sale price. That's pretty common. The next category is offers under $50,000, and what that means is on any complaint that was filed that is less than $50,000, the school board does not get notified of the complaint. Any complaint that is seeking a change in value over $50,000, the school board has a chance to review those and decide if they would like to file a counter appeal against them. These are cases where our appraisers have reviewed the case, they've reviewed the evidence submitted, and they may not necessarily agree with what the owner is asking for, but they have found evidence that the value should be less than what it is. So they've run comparable sales, they've made adjustments to those sales, and come up with an offer to settle the case so that the owner does not have to come in for a hearing. That's what, go ahead.
So Jerry, that column under that section under value sought
Right.
would be the recommended staff recommendation amount.
Okay, that's exactly what I was gonna
Yep.
ask.
I knew that was coming.
So the current value is $320,550.
Right.
We are making an offer to settle that case for $279,000.
Okay,
So that's what that one is.
okay.
All right. The last category is settlements under $50,000. Again, working with that $50,000 threshold. Settlements mean that the appraisers / reviewers of the cases, and all cases get reviewed by the appraisers for the area that in which they cover. These are cases in which the owner supplied either a contract of sale and the owner or the appraiser and the owner talked together to verify that these were arm's length sales, or the owner provided in the complaint an appraisal that was done recently. Appraisals and sales have to be within 24 months of the lien date, and that is reviewed. The nature of the arm's length nature of the sale is reviewed, and the appraisals are reviewed for content to make sure that the appraisals are in line and the date is correct and things like that. We have found in the past where appraisers have falsified some information on the report, so we check all those thoroughly to make sure. So that's this last chunk of properties on the list are ones that we wholeheartely agree with, and we don't find that there's a reason to have individual hearings on them because the owners have provided probative and competent evidence, as the state calls it, for resolution of these cases.
Okay.
So I know you both have had had already reviewed this list from top to bottom, as previously presented. After discussing this with the prosecutor's office, we can take action on this list in one motion and vote as presented, unless there are any changes or amendments that you'd like to make after your review. So I would ask if there are any requested changes, abstentions, if either of you would like to abstain on any matter, we would have to break that out. And then if there isn't any changes or abstentions, I can entertain a motion to approve as presented.
I just picked up 2 names that I didn't pick up before.
Okay, which, if you look at the,
Under
give us,
settlements under 50,000,
okay, this case numbers?
it's 200,
The line number?
215, line number 215,
Okay,
Mhm.
and line 237.
215 and 237.
okay,
So it's it's 370, case 370 and case 73. I don't have the parcel number on one of them is missing. The other one is 28A as in alpha, 48B as in boy, 32.
So do we just vote on those two?
We'll do those separately. Yes, sir.
And the
so,
the rest
so
will
I
be
would,
yes.
I would ask for a motion to approve as presented, excluding case 215 and 237.
I'll second that.
So I have
Oh,
to
you
ask
have to
for
read
it.
it, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'll move, so moved.
So Jerry motioned,
Second.
Lorraine second. All in favor?
Aye. Okay, so that list is approved as presented, and then.
What I'll do is I'll read through these two cases. I
Okay.
have them here. All right. So before us, what we have, these are settlements. This is parcel 28A is an alpha. I'm going to truncate the value or the parcel numbers just to save some time.
Mhm.
28A is an alpha. 48B is in boy, parcel 32 in the name of George Valente. Value is currently $116,440. Be seeking a value of $90,000 due to an arm's length sale that occurred May 5th of 2019.
Okay. Jerry, would you want to make a motion on
I
that
will
one?
move to adopt or.
Approve
Approve,
as,
sorry.
approve the staff's, recommendation as presented, okay. I will second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Alright, that takes care of that one. This is case
215.
215. The case number itself is 370. In the name of Harry R. W. Fisher and Sharon. Parcel number 16D as in dog, 110 C as in cat, parcel 18. Property is currently valued at $42,650. Value being sought is $34,140.
No.
No.
And
We have, 169,330, and the
One-
recommendation is 140,000.
40,000. So this. Apologize for that. Don't know what happened there. Okay.
Okay.
And that is due to the appraiser ran a comp grid and agreed with the $140,000 that the owner was seeking.
Okay.
Okay, I'll move to accept the staff's recommendation.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay, thank you much. Okay.
Alright, the next item that we have are remission of penalties that have been brought to the treasurer. There is a list in front of you of ones that are seeking our action. Scott, I am going to have you read these off because we do not have these posted anywhere. So
Okay.
if you would read off the parcel,
Yep.
the circumstance, and the
Yep.
amount.
Yep.
Do we know, are we able to take action on this list incomplete? or whether we have to take an individual vote on each one.
You're gonna have to take an individual vote on each one, so that if they decide to appeal it further to the state level, that, we have the decision of the board. I have to sign each one of them.
Fair enough.
So, we'll, and I can, what we can do is we can post this later, this list. So
Okay.
I have a master list and then I have the originals.
What I would say to any of you is, if either of you would like, obviously Lorraine has already reviewed these, and made a recommendation. Scott, as part of that, if you would also just, confirm, Lorraine's recommendation
Yes,
as part of that.
Absolutely.
As part of your reading, and then Jerry, if you wanna look at any of these, we can always
Okay.
take a moment if you'd
Okay.
like prior to voting.
All right, let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna rip into it.
Go right ahead.
Okay, the first parcel is 01B as in boy, 97B as in boy, parcel 18, in the name of Frank G. and Barbara J. Hoza. The amount in question is $173 penalty, and the taxes were due February 19th, 20, and they were paid on March 4th. They left, the reason is they left for home on a cruise on January 24th, after the cruise decided to remain in Florida with friends until they returned home on March 1st. Checked the mail when I got home, called Lake County Treasurer's Office, paid the taxes including the penalty on 3/4 of 2020. Recommendation of Ms. Fendi is to grant.
So I would, if you're okay with that, I would take a motion from either one of you on that
So
matter.
moved.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Before we go any further,
Mhm.
can he just quickly go through those and find out the ones that, I have to say, there's probably none in there that I denied, but,
There were a couple, I think.
and can we just go through those individually and then vote all the other ones as a whole?
No, we can't because, and I recall this discussion from a previous, is that because we are waiving these late fees, if they are appealed, we have to be able to have a specific vote on that particular application. That's what the prosecutor
Yeah, the
indicated.
prosecutors asked for that.
So I apologize that we're gonna have to sort of muddle through this.
So how fast can you talk, Scott?
As
It's-
fast as you want. I
Let's
can
go.
go pretty quickly.
We
Here's
already,
what I
we could have
think.
done 2 more now.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say on the circumstance, just go ahead and summarize, you don't need to
Yeah.
read, some of these can be very
Okay.
lengthy in terms of explanation.
Yeah, some of them are. All right, on to the next one. 01B as in boy, 102A as in apple, parcel 8, in the name of Med M. Johnson Jr. The amount is $152.47. Taxes were due on the 19th of February. They're paid on the 20th, and it was just a late payment. The Ms. Finley recommends granting this.
Okay, so, we'll move to, accept that.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll sign these later. All right, the next one up is parcel 03A 005E as in Edward, parcel 6, in the name of Paul D. Silvestro, $115.74. Taxes were due February 19th. They were paid on March 3rd. Bank applied the wrong amount to an account, and he supplied his bank statement to
And
prove
Ms.
it.
Fendy's view was,
Ms. Fendy's was to grant.
so moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 08A has an apple, 12J, parcel 60, in the name of Jeffrey Serino. The amount was $218.84. Taxes were due February 19th. They were paid on February 20th. Was traveling for work and paid late.
What's the address?
Address is 11494 Viceroy Street in, looks like Concord Township.
Oh, I remember
I think there's an extension coming.
We're not related, but I should abstain.
Just from optics, I
Just for
probably
optical
recommend.
reasons, yes.
Okay. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
Yes, you should.
So moved.
I will second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And abstain.
All right. Parcel 8A is an apple, 20B is in boy, parcel 3, in the name of OM Pranav LLC. The amount is $520.43. Due February 19th, paid on March 12th. Was unable to pay the bill because they were traveling abroad. Included a airplane ticket.
Okay.
Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
By the way, just real quick, I am not related to that. I know who he is, but we're not related, so, okay. I'll move to accept, Ms.
Okay.
Fendy's recommendation.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, parcel 8A-21A is an apple, parcel 9 in the name of William and Alicia DeSalis, I believe that is. The amount is $572.64. Was due February 19th, paid on March 9th. This due to, they closed the house purchase on January 6th, and the bill looks like it went to the wrong place. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 8A is an apple, 29G is a girl, parcel 37 in the name of Hugh O'Brien, the amount is $193.31. The taxes were due February 19th, they were paid on March 2nd. Looks like they misplaced the bill and forgot to pay it. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 8A is an apple, 29H is in Harry, parcel 27 in the name of John F. Smith Jr., the amount is $160.86. They were due February 19th, they're paid March 2nd. Says he paid the tax, but somehow it didn't make it here. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 11A is an apple, 11A is an apple 2, parcel 7 in the name of Raymond and Ruby Martin. The amount due is $61.79. Taxes were due February 19th. They're paid on February 25th. They misplaced the date of the tax bill being due. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 15A is an apple, 22A is an apple, parcel 33 in the name of Raymond Martin. The amount is $35.08. They were due February 19th, and they were paid on February 25th. They thought the due date was, they were off on the due date. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 15C is in cat, 28A is an apple, parcel 28 in the name of Ruby Martin, and the amount is $26.22. Taxes were due February 19th. They were paid on the 25th of February. They thought the taxes were due on the 28th. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 16A is an apple, 1, parcel 18 in the name of RDDH Properties LLC. The amount is $776.81. Taxes were due February 19th. They're paid on March 6th. The owner says he made a good effort to make the payment, used the bank's online bill pay, but apparently the process was not completed. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 16A is an apple, 27, parcel 38 in the name of Light Spa Properties LLC. The amount of the penalty is $1,030.97. Taxes were due July 17th, 2019. They were paid February 6th of 2020. Taxpayer moved their office locations. The bill was not forwarded and they inadvertently missed it. Copy of the check. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
Just question, wrong address. So is it that ownership is not at the property?
It depends, when it's a wrong address, because if a property sells and we take it directly from the conveyance form,
Right.
usually it's the address where they are still at to send the bill to, and then nobody tells us, they don't call us and tell us.
Right.
And then the bill automatically gets forwarded to their new address because the post office automatically does that.
Right.
So then they get 1 or 2 cycles of getting the bill at their new address, and then all of a sudden they don't get it.
So in this particular case, is that exactly what happened?
I
or-
don't know without looking at it.
I mean,
It says the whole thing says taxpayer moved office locations and the bill was not forwarded and was therefore inadvertently missed. As soon as the error was noted, the payment was forwarded for all delinquent taxes and interest due. See the copy enclosed, which it is enclosed. Change of address forms have also been completed as well as an internal checklist to ensure that all future payments are made timely.
Seems like a long time for somebody not to realize that they didn't get their property tax
Yes.
bill, which they've
Well,
been getting forever.
Yeah, and the bill was $19,793.68 that they paid.
Yeah, you had to notice that wasn't showing up. So I would not be for accepting Ms. Fendy's recommendation on this case.
Okay, so we have a vote for denial. Second?
That's just me,
Okay.
I'll second it for the purpose of voting.
okay.
Alright, so I have a motion to deny
You're making the motion? Or am I?
No, you just made it.
Yes,
And-
I.
and
And
she
Lorraine
seconded-
seconded it.
She
Okay.
seconded
So
it for
we-
the purpose
so
of
let's just
being
vote
able
then.
to vote.
Okay.
Any further discussion on this matter? I have a denial and a recommendation of approval, so,
Let me see that before you take a vote.
Okay.
Sure.
To refresh
Yep,
my
yep.
and you can also review it.
I thought I thought,
She recommended.
She recommended approval.
approving,
yeah, but I thought you just seconded my motion to.
but
deny.
just for the purpose of
This
voting.
is for the purpose of voting.
Oh, I got you, okay. It seems like kind of an egregious miss to me. Not that I wanna be a bastard, but I could do that when I have to.
That's what this process is for.
Well, that's-
So-
You know, a lot of this is, you know, and Lorraine can speak to it, a lot of this is they do review circumstances, they look at payment history.
Right.
Have they ever missed payments in the past? Have they always paid on time? When they were presented with this, did they immediately make payment? In this case, I believe they did.
When they found the error, they made it in full, is what it looks
Just, I
like.
mean, if it would have been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6
Yeah.
weeks, and I don't take your recommendations lightly, Lorraine. But this one, I think, seems kind of egregious.
Oh,
The state typically allows them like a free pass on the first time. That's
This-
the way we've
yeah,
had it.
So is this?
But you can do, yeah, I mean, look,
So
the
they're
board,
gonna appeal this and then the state's gonna say,
it could be.
Potentially.
Potentially, yes.
this timeline is nothing compared to some of the things that come across our
Okay.
desk and for some of the reasons. Yeah,
We typically, if
Because-
someone has a good payment history and
Yeah.
and it's their first time,
yeah.
typically it's
Okay.
they approve it.
Well, I
it has
checked
to be
that.
really,
Yeah.
really egregious before I will deny it if it's the first time. But this was due in July of 19. He didn't pay it until February of 2020 because he probably saw the delinquency on the bill that he got.
For the next cycle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For what, right, because, and this would have the delinquency from the not paying in
Right.
July of 19.
Yeah, I
So,
just-
what,
I just-
six,
It's
7
fine.
months, no, this is a lot of people don't see that they have a delinquency until they get the next bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a big number though.
It is. It was a big tax bill. It's
It's a big tax
commercial
bill
property.
to not realize you didn't get, but.
So,
okay.
all right, so I have a motion, to deny. I guess I will ask for,
Well, then you know what, if you're making the motion to deny it, then I'm gonna withdraw my second,
okay,
and then it can, if you
Yeah.
wanna second it, or if you don't, then
Yeah,
it
whatever,
dies
whatever.
for lack of a second.
Okay.
So I'm gonna withdraw my.
okay,
my,
I'm gonna go ahead and not second it, however, I would take a motion to approve, the treasurer's recommendation.
Okay, so moved,
I will second that, and I'll ask for a vote, you can certainly vote no,
Which I do.
okay, so I vote aye.
aye.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to say.
That's
something.
okay, that's what this process
No, no.
is.
You're humming along real good there till I.
It's
No,
okay.
no,
That's why we have
And
these
you're the one who
discussions.
wants to get out of here.
That's right.
Well, and listen, it's important that I think there's nothing wrong with a vote to deny, because I think it sends a strong message.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just worried because I can't drink my coffee easily.
I know, I'm sitting here going, how am I supposed to?
Then we need these things built in with
Straw.
with a straw.
Okay, so we have a motion by Lorraine to approve. Chris, you seconded,
Mhm.
and then we have votes
We had
2
two
to
vote
1.
yes to approve,
Okay,
one
correct.
vote no,
Yes.
to
Got
one
it.
to deny.
Okay,
Okay.
very good. All right, so we're moving on. All right, on to the next one. 16, B as in boys, 035, C as in cat, parcel 8, in the name of Charles and Nancy Harrison. The amount is $150.84. Taxes were due February 19th. They're paid on March 6th. Due to a death of Mrs. Harrison, she passed away in November 2019, and the owner is 86 years old, and they were trying to set up bill pay and things. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 You're such a sock.
Parcel
Yeah.
16, C as in cat, 83, F as in Frank, parcel 15, in the name of Donald D. Seibert. The amount is $185.44. Taxes were due February 19th. They were paid on March 6th. There is a letter here. It looks like they forgot. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Parcel 16D is in dog, 97B is in boy, parcel 26 in the name of Louis K. Arata. The first year is $169.67. The second year is $356.30 for a total of $525.97. This is for first half and second half of 2018. Taxes were due February 21st of 18 and July 18th of 18, and they were paid on March 23rd of 2020. The owner says they moved in May of 2017, received a bill in early 17, have received no bill since. Bill was paid promptly when they learned that it was delinquent. They had recently put the house on the market, and they paid the bill in full when they realized their mistake. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 16D is in dog, 97B is in boy, parcel 26. This is also for Mr. Louis K. Arata in the amount of $174.37. This is for tax year 2019, the first half due. Taxes were, well, he's got here they were due in February 2017, but they were due February 19th, 2020, and he paid them on March 23rd of 2020. And again, the reason is the same, because they had moved. And Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Parcel 16, D is in dog, 111, G is in girl, parcel 34, in the name of Lenny Freeberg. Amount is $92.04. Taxes were due July 17th of 19. They were paid July 29th of 19. He attempted to place payment into a Dropbox and apparently got lost in the UPS Dropbox. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 20, A is in apple, 21, D is in dog, parcel 21 in the name of Alicio and Jerry E. Seferati. Amount is $105.43. Taxes were due February 19, 20. Taxes were paid February 28th of 20. Have never been late, lived in this home 40 years. Mailed the check. Looks like we got, we forgot. There's a long explanation. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 20, A is in apple, 27, C is in cat, parcel 5, in the name of Massimo Carmesino. Amount is $427.37. Taxes were due February 19th of 20. Taxes were paid on March 11th of 20. Says here it came to 105 Main Street to pay his tax with an invoice received in mail. Mistakenly brought the previous year's invoice and assumed the tax payment was due. It looks like he just completely forgot and had the wrong information. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Parcel 27, A is in apple, 7, D is in dog, parcel 14 in the name of James and Denise Kavik. Amount is $177.30. Tax were due February 19th of 2020. They're paid on March 4th. Paid by check dated February 5th. Check was later because the account was closed. Problem with the routing number of PNC Bank. Sorry. There's a lot of this stuff attached. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 27A is an apple, 23B is in boy, parcel 13 in the name of Joanna Pinto. The amount is $137.53. The tax were due February 19th of 2020. They're paid on March 2nd. Looks like it got lost in the post office. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 28A is an apple, 41M is in Mary, parcel 1 in the name of Dominic Trincity. The amount is $266.28. Tax were due February 19th of 20. They were paid on March 3rd of 20. Never received the bill in the mail. Called to notify Lake County that I never got the tax bill. Always pay my rent on time or pay my bills on time. Ms. Fendi recommends
So
granting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 28A is an apple, 45A is an apple, parcel 48. Cathari Prabod, Amount is $82.36. Tax are due February 19th of 20. They're paid on March 3rd. Owner says he was out of country and his mail was diverted to another location. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 29, B's and Boys, 7R1, parcel 17, in the name of Dale and Marie George. Amount is $197.43. Tax are due February 19th of 20. They're paid on March 20th of 20. Owner says they incorrectly set up electronic payment through their credit union, and when they returned from Florida, they found that their taxes did not get paid. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
I know them, so I'm gonna
That's fine.
accuse
Okay,
myself
I'll
here.
recommend approval.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Very good. Parcel 31A is an Apple, 6M is in Mary, parcel 3 in the name of Richard and Julie Nemeth. $333.82. They were due February 19th of 20. They're paid on March 9th of 20. We accumulated a pile of tax paperwork for filing on April 15th and realized that they put the tax bill into their income tax filings. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 34A is an Apple 5, parcel 14, in the name of Colecchia, Antonio, and Letizia. Amount is $941.61. Taxes were due February 19th of 20. They're paid on March 6th of 20. There's a letter attached. Their bank closed a trust account, and so they had to, their office took multiple parcels, combined them all in one bill. They were confused. And Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 34A is an Apple 14R. Parcel 24 in the name of Colleen Whitcomb. The amount is $138.94. Tax were due February 19th of 2020. They're paid on March 20th of 2020. They looks like it was mistaken for other property they have that was get their taxes paid through an escrow account. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 34A, 15D is in dog, 3, parcel 13, in the name of Patricia Sell. The amount is $151.61. Tax were due February 19th of 20. They're paid on March 2nd of 20. Owner misplaced the bill with some other documents and paid it immediately as soon as she found it. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 34B is in Boy, 25H is in Harry, 4, parcel 42, in the name of Surf Rock LLC. The amount is $130.81. That's 103.81. Due February 19th of 20. They're paid on March 23rd of 20. Misplaced the tax bill and forgot to file it until they had gathered their income tax information. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Parcel 20, A is an Apple, 7A is an Apple, parcel 58 in the name of Mary Ellen Osborne. The amount is $222.79, and taxes were due February 19th of 20. They're paid on February 21st of 20. It's a very long letter that was included. Single working mother, moved in with a father. Expenses, bills got confused. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Same owner, parcel 20, A is an Apple, 7, A is an Apple, parcel 58, and this is for the previous tax year. This is for 2018.
2018.
Right, we're going back a year now. It's $459.96 plus $965.91 for a grand total of $1,425.87. Tax were due February 20th of 19 and July 17th of 19, and they were paid on August 22nd of 19. Same letter. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Parcel 16B is in Boy, 32, parcel 4 in the name of Blue Street Capital LLC. The amount is $1,340.20. The taxes were due February 19th of 20. They were paid on February 24th of 20. Owners never received the tax bill in the mail, went online, noticed the tax were due. Taxes should have been paid from their escrow account, so there was a mistake in the escrow. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Home stretch.
Home stretch. Parcel 27A, 18D as in dog 46, in the amount of $196.12 for Rebecca Louise Conway. Was fearing being laid off due to COVID-19. Received her tax refund, encloses the check for both February and July, so she paid her full year. She looks like she was confused. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
29B as in boy, 7 S's in Scott. 2, parcel 18 in the name of Gary Montier. The amount is $149.42. Taxes were due February 20th of 2019. Taxes were paid March 14th of 19. Misplaced his bill with incoming tax documents found when he was prepping his income taxes. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Last one. Parcel 29B is in boy, 7B is in boy, parcel 14, Rick and Grace Men. The amount is $131.85. Taxes were due February 19th of 20, and they were paid on April 14th of 20. His wife was out of work due to surgery, and they misplaced the bill. Ms. Fendi recommends granting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you much. That
I
is it.
swear there were like 2 that you recommended now.
Well, there
Maybe
were
I
2 in
couldn't-
this one that she.
Yeah, I thought they were, and I might have already signed off on those outside of this
Oh,
process.
did you-
I might have, yes, I
We don't
might
have- we don't
have,
need to sign
I
it.
agree with your denial, so. Okay, there's that portion of it.
Need us to sign it?
Yes, he'll have a version for us to sign.
Yes,
You wanna,
yes,
well,
sir.
do you want a clean copy?
Yes, please. If you guys would sign a clean copy, because I wrote your votes
We'll
all
just
over this
unstaple
one.
that. Our next item, and I've spoken with each of you individually, is about convening this board for additional meetings at the end of the month to start work on our remaining cases that have been filed with the Board of Revision. I'd like to be able to begin that process in light of the fact that the building is closed and some of the health restrictions. I think it would be wise if we could try to keep this on schedule and not involve our alternates. So, Jerry, I know you need to go, but
No, I'm good.
are you good?
I'm
Okay.
okay.
I know Lorraine got her calendar. We might want to look at some dates that might work for everybody to be able to schedule at least the next couple meetings in May. We have to give a 2-week notice.
Okay.
So that the applicants have the ability to come here and present before us. So I'd like to schedule at least 4 meetings in the month of May, where we can do a sizable chunk of those, and then hopefully our alternates can sort of finish it off in June.
So what kind of, are we looking at half days, or what,
You're probably looking at 9 to 3, something like that.
Okay.
We have 2 full days of under 50 hearings.
Okay,
2.5
so
2.5 days.
we have 2.5 days worth of under 50,000 hearings that we can hear towards the end of the month. I would say that because the school boards for counters for the over $50,000 threshold, they have until May 14th to file their counter appeals. All are currently in except for one school district. We're waiting on, they usually file at the last minute. We don't believe we're going to need a lot of days for hearings, roughly 2 weeks maybe. Normally what we do is we schedule the hearings for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That allows us to do paperwork on Tuesdays and Thursdays and send out notices and things. So that's kind of the time frame that you're looking at. Your alternates, we probably have 3 or 4 days where there's school board hearings, school board initiated, where you can use your representatives and there's only one attorney coming in for the whole day for several days. So it's one attorney, one attorney, one attorney. And I think that would limit exposure and things like that, and that would be good. There's about 70 or 80 of those cases, roughly. So that's a few days worth in that. And I think to schedule those on like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday in June, and we can coordinate with your representatives on that, that's not a problem. But we probably have maybe 2.5 days worth of hearings that you could hear later this month if you wanted to, in that under 50 threshold unless you wanted to push it off until June. But it's only, like I said, it's only 2.5 days, so whatever you guys want
Right.
to do, we'll do it.
Is this your largest conference room?
Yes.
So why don't we, for those meetings, why don't we use our conference room upstairs?
Well, we don't usually get a lot of people.
No.
Well, but I
usually
mean,
not.
still, this is not social distancing, the way it's supposed to be, so, just with us. I mean, so.
There's also the, Colson's conference room. There's plenty of room in there.
Yeah.
We could use the workroom, the prosecutor's
Yeah.
workroom. We're actually set up to use that room for First Energy and other
Well, we
things.
can make it, we can figure out a location
Right.
when we figure out the days and make sure there's not.
The reason I was gonna suggest is because if people have to check in with the policy, it's gonna be by appointment.
Yep.
And so it's a lot easier to ask people to come into the main lobby
Mhm.
of the new building,
Oh,
register with the deputy,
And
and
then
then they can just go right upstairs.
That makes a lot of sense.
yep.
Yep.
That's fine.
So I'm sure we can just coordinate with Jason Boyd when you have a schedule, just so they know and avoid Thursday.
Avoid Thursday.
We don't do hearings.
We don't do hearings on
Okay,
Thursdays.
good.
So, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but if you guys want to do something different, that's fine. That's normally what we do. We can obviously adjust, and like I said, there's not a whole lot.
If we are going to start letting people know when their hearings are gonna be, really, realistically, the earliest we can schedule would be Monday the 18th, but that would be exactly 2 weeks from the 4th. So my guess would be the first will be that Wednesday the 20th would be our first time. How does your schedule look on Wednesday the 20th?
Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we look,
Wednesday, wait a minute.
Friday the 22nd is not good for me.
Is Tuesday not good?
we can,
Tuesday's fine.
What?
We can change it however you
we
want
can do
to.
it.
Tuesday would be better for me than Wednesdays.
The 19th. Tuesday.
You want to do
Wednesday and Thursdays are not good for me.
Okay.
Well, Thursday your session, yeah.
Okay, Tuesday the 19th is
yeah.
fine.
All right,
Yeah.
Tuesday the 19th. Let's plan on it being a 9 to 3,
Okay,
a full day, and we'll get a lot of these done.
okay.
So the following week, obviously Memorial Day is that Monday, so Tuesday is also a good day for you. So how about the 26th?
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then is there another day that week that works for everybody? Does Friday work for you on the 29th, Lorraine?
It does not.
Is that 29th of June, of May?
Mhm.
Is that Memorial Weekend?
That's
No.
Memorial.
Memorial Day is the 25th,
Oh, it's
The
before.
20,
Yeah,
25th.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, that works, Friday works good.
but not for you. But the 27th, the 28th, the Wednesday, Thursday is no good for you?
Thursdays are tough,
Okay.
commissioners meetings.
So let's just for now, let's figure the 19th and 26th.
Okay.
Just coordinate with Jen Bell, actually, since Jason's out.
All right, so and we'll plan on both of those being, 9 to 3 days. And we'll at least get started on the process.
And there's enough room in there we can sit apart, we don't have to wear masks, unless you want to. I find it irritating.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so that'll be that, and we'll figure out which ones that we're gonna reach out to, those people, those applicants, and
Yep.
we'll,
We have-
we'll notify them.
Yep.
And we'll schedule 2 full days on May 19th and May 26th.
Perfect.
That works, that keeps us on track with the work of this board, and then hopefully, maybe in June, we can get our alternates to pick up from there and to resume their work, if
Question.
God
Do
willing.
we know if people entering the building are required to wear masks to these meetings?
The policy that was just, anybody in common areas, so our conference room in my view, would not be considered a common area.
I just know.
So, I mean,
They're gonna ask when I
when you send the invitations out for people to show up, you can indicate if you want to that they're welcome to wear masks if they want to.
Yeah. I think our communication will be that we would prefer that they do, if they are, if they're comfortable, if there's a reason they can't, that's fine. And what we'll do is we will make sure we acquire some masks that we can make available to the public if they.
We may have some.
If they get there and they don't have one, but they would like one, we will have one available for them for the hearing if they would like one. So that's how we'll handle that. Is there any other business to come before the board at this time?
Nope.
No, sir.
Well, I thank you both for your time today.
We don't have to do a
That's
vote
nice.
to adjourn or anything like that?
Nice to see you. I'm just gonna
Can
go
you
ahead and
shred those
gavel
for
and
me?
close. That's how I'm gonna handle it.
Huh?
Okay.
So,
Great.
this meeting is closed at 12:29.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.